Hey guys, how are you? I am getting stuff done on a Sunday afternoon. Actually, it's nearly Sunday evening. I've had a really sore back this weekend and I'm not quite sure why. Just between my shoulder blades, when I'm sleeping, when I'm trying to move around. But today it's starting to feel a bit better. We haven't had a summer vegetable garden. The only thing that we've really harvested is tomatoes and pumpkin and lettuce. In general, they self-seeded. So they just volunteered themselves in our garden. And we harvested them just recently. James is making something with the tomatoes that were left today. And we've cleared out the garden as best we can, bar the tomato plants that we're just finishing. And I'm wanting to get some more stuff planted. So I've just been going through my seed collection today. I've been going through what can be planted in this season. We're just beginning autumn here in New Zealand. Things that are okay with a colder climate is what I'm looking for. Things that are happy to grow within 10 to 20 degrees Celsius. That's what we'll have over autumn and early winter. So I'm just going to show you my garden and then I'm going to get to work and then I'll show you what I accomplished with it for today. So I've got all this garden down here and there's more down the end. I have done garden videos before and so you could probably go and look at them, but I've got something self-seeding here. It's most probably a pumpkin. They seem to grow the most. I planted a courgette, but I think it's out of season even though that was at the garden store, and another courgette. We've got this here which had zucchini and capsicum originally, but this season has just harvested pumpkin. This one here is a tomato plant that volunteered that James is nursing because he thinks we might get some more tomatoes off it. I don't think we are. There's a few cherry tomatoes in there. There's a few there. So why are we keeping this tomato plant, James?
Because it's got tomatoes growing on it.
Have you seen the tomatoes?
Yeah, what have happened?
Well, they don't look that healthy and I don't think they're going to get any bigger or ripen.
That's why I left the plant. I mean, it's up to you if you want to take it out or not.
I would like to, if that's okay. I'm kind of happy to, like, oh, poor thing, that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, there's heaps of space here. Why don't you just leave it? Because it's not like we're going to cover this up straight away. Want to get a few more tomatoes out of it. Look at that.
Okay, well, we can give it a few more weeks, eh? See how it goes. Okay.
You happy with that?
I can live with that. And mostly we just had pumpkins, eh?
Yeah, pumpkins.
They just grew all out over here and we had to mow around them. And this tomato plant here, James just finished harvesting these cute little pear-shaped yellow tomatoes. And it's still got more. Like you can see there is potential for more. There's half green ones down there that are ripening. But he seems to want to hold on to it for a little bit longer. I think we'll give these guys another week or two. This little one here, I bought these yesterday because I went to see what was available at the garden store. And they just had some kale, they had some lettuce and spinach. And he said he didn't have any broccoli or cauliflower yet. So I might plant those today. And we've got this one garden here, it's just a lonely kale. I actually think that this whole bed needs some compost in it. So I might do that before I plant anything. So that's where I'm at with this garden. I'm just going to get started and see what I can do in an hour or so. So that's the spinach. I've just given it a good water. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to plant it out in the other garden soon. It's got 6 kale, 6 lettuce. I don't know how to keep the snails off it. I feel like the snails are just going to come down and feast on it tonight. I think maybe I'll put some salt around the edges. That will stop them, eh? The other thing I did was pull out my seed mix that I had. So these are the things that I have to plant first and get them going in seed trays. I've got these tasty stems which I haven't actually used before, and there's another one here called a summer green, but it says that you can plant it in all seasons. And the other one that I've never grown before is Brussels sprouts, so this is my first go. I think I've worked out this is where I'll plant some broccoli. When they come up, this will be removed. I'll plant broccoli in there. So just got this one to go now. I found this tui seaweed mix. Mix it with water. I'm going to put it in here. I'm just going to try and feed the ground a bit. I haven't had time to get all the weeds out of it, but I'm going to get the weeds out of it next time and give it another feed. I don't have time tonight. So this is as good as it gets. It's really smelly, but I know it's good. Look at that. I am not a very good gardener, but even I know that that's not right. That little bug has to go. So just coming in from gardening, and the family have organised to go to the beach, which is a really nice idea. So hopefully we'll get there before the sun sets. Apparently they've organised a barbecue of some sorts. We're going to cook on the beach, so that should be fun, I think. My back was just starting to kind of niggle, like my muscles in my back, so it's probably a good time to stop. Didn't really get as much done as I would like, but the garden just needs a little bit more weeding than I expected, which is usually the case with gardening, but I did do quite a lot getting that stuff planted, so.
You guys?
Yeah, you're going to be in the way of everybody trying to get...
No, they're coming over here.
Oh, yeah.
We give you our mess. We're so blessed.
So we have missed the sunset, but I think it's still light enough for us to have our dinner here. The sand is really soft, so James was nervous about taking the car on the beach. It's still beautiful. I never know if the camera does the scenery justice, but it's just gorgeous. I'll show you some. Makes you want to be a painter or an artist of some kind. I'm not even sure if I was recording. I was recording the waves. They just look beautiful. Hazel doesn't know whether to come with me or... We aren't the only crazy ones. There's heaps of people down that end. So we had hoped that we might be able to see Logan and Bex today with little Cora, but they've had a really busy weekend, so they needed a night off, and so this was the next best thing, was to get to the beach. It was actually Emma's idea, and she pushed it through with James, and we're really wanting to save money, so he organised a kind of barbecue of sorts for us to have now on the beach. So I'm going to go back and see what they have created. They brought bacon and eggs and bread, I think. I mean, that sounds delicious to me, so we'll see. Bare feet on.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it must be freezing.
No.
Smells like bacon.
It does, doesn't it?
I
Yum.
wonder why.
Smells delicious. We could have done it at home, but we don't get this view. Look.
Actually, you know, I'll go for this.
Look at that.
Yay.
Yeah, thanks, James. Good thinking, Emma.
When I said like we should go to the beach at 6:30, I literally meant an half an hour.
And now it's 7:30.
And we missed the sunset. And now we're eating in the dark.
It doesn't matter.
Thanks, Mom.
It's so good. It's like we're camping. The car's going to smell like bacon forever.
We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed.
We've got a Scody piece of burrito, there's something wrong with the top of it, like a meat or something.
So hold me tight.
Do you want to cook some more bacon, hon?
Yeah. Can you just turn a little bit over?
It's just us two.
roll.
Do you want to cook another egg?
Yeah, I'll put another couple. Once you get another one out, I'll put a few more.
Okay, I'll let you put your sandwich together. Can I give you, get a piece of bread and I'll give you your egg now? Oh, that's perfect, Daily. Okay, do you guys just put sparkling water?
These are
Mine's in the plate bag. Terribly unhealthy, but oh well.
Out it never ends. Let's be more than friends. Yeah. No one here to say.
They're yelling at each other. They're not going to hit our car, are they?
They're totally gonna hit our car.
stand out the way. You're right.
What's up, this car right here? Yeah.
They know that they were lucky that they made that.
Oh, watch out for the car.
I know, but they were trying to dodge logs. And dudes on the top who could see yelling out instructions to the driver who can't hear them.
You got bacon? Bread there.
Do we put on more bacon, guys?
Oh,
Is that better on or off?
I don't need another one. Do you want another one in?
Dad, do you want another one, eh?
Yeah, there's no bacon.
There's a bacon, I haven't put more on though.
Okay, so I think we're all packed up. James, you did really well with everything you brought.
Thank you.
He even brought our big cast iron pan.
Even though we have that.
We had the little one, but he brought the big one. And these hand towels have literally soaked up the fat out of the pan.
That's disgusting.
Oh, I know, it's totally disgusting.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh.
Just have to like spray out here with cleaning stuff tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are we going to get out of here, okay?
Yeah, we're fine now. This is all packed hard, good sand.
Oh my gosh.
Now, our problem now is the eaten alive of mosquitoes.
Right. The car is riddled.
Riddles.
Riddled. Look, they're everywhere. Ah! Blower?
Full? If we don't get the speed back, and I think the air coming through will blow out all the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we came home. We did stop off and get some dessert things from New World. So that was a bit of a delay. We completely got swamped by mozzies in the car. When we finally got into the vehicle, they were just like everywhere. There was thousands of them. So we had to drive for about at least 5 minutes on the way out of town with the windows down and just brushing them and trying to swat them and getting rid of them. It's horrible. Thank you, Emma, for coming up with the idea.
You're welcome.
You're eating.
It's okay though.
I am needing to get some salt on the garden. I forgot to do that. I'm going to quickly do that now in the dark. I brought a torch out to see if there are bugs on my lettuce. It doesn't seem to be. Tonight's a night for doing things in the dark, isn't it? I'm not 100% sure. Ideally, I'll put some kind of plastic protectors around them or over them. They don't really need, what do you call it, a hothouse or anything. They just need protection. All I've got is Himalayan pink salt. I was just thinking I can put some around. I don't know. I might just see how it goes because it doesn't look like there's anything there and it's starting to rain. Hopefully they survive. If they don't, I will find another way of covering them. I had really hoped to vlog more this weekend. My neck, back being sore has really thrown me. I was fine going to bed on Friday night after I'd had a day of busy. Saturday morning I woke and I was really in a lot of pain and I stayed in a lot of pain all day yesterday. Today has been a lot better, but it's still there. Took it easy today as well. Yeah, it's just been the afternoon that I've been able to do things. So it's nice that we got out to do what we did. I feel like I have accomplished something with the weekend. That noise you can hear is what James is cooking. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out. James is cooking down all of the yellow pear tomatoes that he found. And he's trying to make some kind of chutney. I'm not 100% sure. And the whole house stinks like apple cider vinegar. I've got my own job going on. I am attempting another sourdough loaf. Sourdough bread is not easy to make. Can I just say that? This is my second loaf that I think is going to be a success. And I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying. A lot of it's got to do with your flour and the water ratio with the flour ratio. It's got to do with the temperature. It's got to do with the starter and the acidity in the starter and whether the starter is really, really alive or not. There's so much to learn. James is like, how can it be that hard? I'm like, it's hard. It's really hard. So we'll see how this goes next. Maybe I'll get to baking that tomorrow. I might have to put it in the fridge and continue tomorrow because I know that my neck is going to start hurting soon and I just need to get some sleep. I think we're doing well with the eating out of the cupboards. I think we're doing well with trying to manage the groceries a little bit better. And obviously James and I are working hard at, you know, what do you call it? You know, you want a lifestyle block, because you want to have the gardens and the chickens and everything like that. Well, we can't do that right now. We just have a suburban house, we have a little garden, but I still like the philosophy behind why people do that, which is to eat healthy and to create their own food. I don't know, we're doing our best, learning new things, and they do say to let your waiting room be your classroom. I would love a big garden. I don't want a little garden, I want a big garden, but that's all we can manage right now, just with all of our life and things that go on and the section that we've got. We've just got a small garden. Let your waiting room be your classroom. So I will leave you now and give you some peace from all my ramblings about sourdough breads and gardens and making, what do you call it? Chutney is what he's making. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate spending time with you. And until the next video, bye for now.